Have you ever tried making conversation with someone and it felt like you were pulling teeth? It was just really hard to keep the conversation going. You would ask a question and they would say yes, or they would say no, and not expand at all. That's really hard because it makes you work really hard to keep coming up with more and more questions, and they're not really giving anything back in the conversation. So it's really helpful to ask open ended questions. So things like, tell me about that. What was that like? What's your opinion of? Give me, oh, wow, that sounds interesting. Tell me a little more. Anything that's an open ended question where they're going to be given a little lengthier response, which is going to actually tell you something about the person. The yes and no answers tell you a little bit, but like I said, they make you have to work really hard. So you can ask about things like, oh, tell me about your job. What do you like to do for fun? What do you like to do when you're not working? What are some of your hobbies? Rather than like, do you have any hobbies? What are some of your hobbies? So it makes them have to think a little bit more too. So just remember, open-ended questions. It's really, really helpful because also what it does is it helps you when you're listening to their answers. Usually you can find some little shred or sometimes a big thing that you guys have in common. So maybe it's even like, oh, you grew up with one brother, so did I. And whatever it is, it could be your hobby that you enjoy doing or what you like to do when you're not working. So usually what happens is not only are they expanding and giving a longer answer, but you find something that you have in common where then it just really sparks conversation and really helps build the rapport. So it's a much more fun way to learn about someone than just asking a bunch of yes or no questions. Thank you for joining me today for the Rebecca Reset, where every day we reset your mind so you can be better, do better, and get the life you love.